Hey there, groovy human. Welcome to another video. Today's legs is all about your leg muscles. Luna did not want to be in the intro. It took so much to get her out here, and now she's gone. It's her birthday today, so it's her party. She can walk away if she wants to, which she clearly did. Anyway, today's practice, we're going to focus on your leg muscles. We're doing warriors. We're doing a lot of lunges and lunge lifts and things like that. It's January, but I want it to be May. So I've had like spring and summer activities on the brain like crazy. So I was like, hey, let's throw in a video to get you geared up for hiking season, summer adventure time, which is a very long ways away. But I've clearly got like some winter blues. So I thought I'd toss in a leg video. Even if you're into winter sports and stuff, it's very beneficial to keep your legs strong and balanced. And I'll go over what that means in the video. When I say balanced, I don't mean like one leg having larger muscles than the other, being unbalanced that way, but like having good leg health so that you don't injure yourself when you're out doing your activities. So you'll need your yogi clothes, your yogi mat, if you practice with a mat, some people don't, I don't know. And then you'll need a block or a firm pillow or something that you'll be able to hold in between your legs at the end. So get what you gotta get, and I will see you in 2 seconds. Hey there, friend. I'm gonna have you start in mountain pose today. We're gonna mix it up a little bit since it's legs day. So you can stand and close your eyes, palms are facing forward, and start to check in with how you're standing. So notice the weight in your feet. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And now move to your ankles, making sure that everything's stacked. So I always say stack your joints. This applies to mountain pose too, so that your knees are over your ankles, your hips are over your knees, and your shoulders are over your hips. Coming into that natural curve that the body has. Sometimes we say straight spine, which everybody's spine has a curve, so a straight spine isn't necessarily an okay spine. So making sure that you're in a position that is neutral for your body. Tapping into the breath and taking a few moments, as always, to notice how you're feeling, how you landed on your mat for this particular practice. Taking 2 more breaths where you are. You can allow your eyes to open slowly. Deep breath in as you reach up for extended mountain. Drop down, forward fold as you exhale. Half lift, forward fold. Rise back up to extended mountain. We're just going to do a few of these half sunnies to get everything warmed up. So exhale to drop down, forward fold. Let the crown of the head bow down towards earth. Breathe in for your half lift. Reach your hips back behind you. Feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. You're gonna need it. Exhale to drop for your fold. Reach to extended. Melt down to fold. We're gonna do one more. Halfway lift. Slide your hands to your shins as you reach your crown forward. Exhale to forward fold. Reach to extended. Really stretch to the sky and drop your hands to heart center. From here, we're going to take standing straddle, so you can flip so that you're wide on your mat like I am, standing like wide-wise, not at the front, or you can let your feet go off your mat. Either works, totally fine. And now just either you can take a wide-legged forward fold if you're not into like going the full span of your flexibility with your legs. So you can stay right here, but if you want to go down further into your version of your standing splits, you sure can. For some reason, I'm really drawn to doing these standing splits. Like, clearly I'm not in the splits. This is all the further I can go. But when I warm up before my classes, I find myself in this position. I like the sensation on the inner seams of my legs. It seems like I always need a stretch there. It's good for my hips. So maybe this isn't your jam, but if there's a particular pose that you're drawn to, do it. Get it into your practice. Take 2 more breaths where you are. Now you can pivot your feet so they come closer together and come back upright. Leave your legs a little wide though, because we are going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So reach up, inhale, and then exhale, swan dive down for this wide-legged forward fold. So you notice a difference in sensation, different muscles are activated, and this is what I want for you. As I said in the intro, summer's coming. I mean, it's still January, but it's a good time to strengthen your legs for your summer adventures, to get that going. Inhale to come up to extended, and exhale to drop to heart center. So now you can bring your feet back in line with your hips, reach up to extended mountain, drop down forward fold, take your half lift, take your fold. You can step to high plank and take your down dog. Pedal the heels if you need to get some motion going. But yes, I know a lot of people like to hike or swim. There are all kinds of things that happen as the weather gets nice. But even if you're not planning that far ahead, skiing happens, shoveling happens in the winter. And so it's a good time to like just keep your legs strong if they're strong already, to make sure that you're taking good care as you move forward into this year. As you inhale, you're going to take the right leg high for 3-legged dog. As you exhale, step through in between the hands and drop the left knee for now for your low lunge. Keeping the left hand down and reaching the right hand high for your twist. Again, just doing a few things to kind of warm up your legs before we really get firing in there. And there will start to be talk of summer bodies and all that jazz, but as long as you feel healthy, the scale doesn't matter, and the way that society tells you you should look also doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel. So thinking about that as you move forward into this year, maybe you dropped your New Year's resolution, which happens, totally fine. You can drop your right hand back down to the mat so you're framing your foot. And then from here, you're going to reach both hands high for your low lunge. Allow your heart to rise, gaze is going slightly high, bringing some sensation into your left hip. Exhale, float the hands back down to frame the foot. You're going to swing your right leg back up to 3-legged dog and then bend it for wild thing or scorpion dog. So your hips are stacked, opening up. Reach back up to 3-legged. Exhale to drop down for your down dog. 2 breaths. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale to take the left leg high now. Exhale to step through in between the hands. Drop the right knee so you're in your low lunge. Right hand stays down and the left hand goes high. Taking your twist. It's also important to stretch out your legs because there are so many meridians or energy channels that live in there. And so we have lots of emotions that can also get stored in our legs. Plus they hold us up every day and get us from A to B. So it's important to take good care of them and make sure that they, A, are strong. You can drop your left hand and then reach both hands high. But B, that they are balanced so that, and when I say balanced, I don't mean like one leg is longer than the other, like stuff like that. I mean that they're in good condition so that you can do the things you want to do without any pain or discomfort or risk for injury. So taking good care of your base is just as important as your core, your mindset, all that other stuff. It all goes hand in hand. You can drop the hands down, speaking of, to frame your left foot. Step to high plank. Deep breath in, exhale to chaturanga all the way down to the belly. Rise for cobra as you breathe in, big or small, up to you. Exhale to release down and float to child's pose just for 2 breaths. Not here long. Like I said, this practice is gonna be pretty active. Inhale to rise to your down dog, however you want to get there. You are gonna pedal here. So pushing one heel closer to the earth and then the other, we want to fire up the legs. Deep breath in to hopper step, feet to hands, forward fold. Half lift as you breathe in. As you breathe out, drop to fold. Reach to extended mountain. And bring the hands to heart center. You're gonna take your feet wide again. Again, you can go long on your mat like I am, or you can just bring your feet off the mat, either or. For your goddess legs. So feet are wider than hip width apart, toes are dialed outward slightly, and then you're sinking your weight back behind you so that you can goblet your arms if you wish, or you can leave them at your hips, but just making sure you're taking pressure out of your knees by sinking your weight back into your seat. We're gonna hold here for 2. Slowly release the hands as you straighten the legs. You're gonna leave your feet as they are. We're gonna do goddess squats. So, hands can be at your hips, or you can goblet your arms again if you're looking for a little extra. So you're gonna inhale to squat down and then exhale to push up. So again, sink your weight back behind you, and you'll feel this in the inner seams of your legs as you sink back. And that's where you should feel it. So making sure that you're going behind you with your weight, not into your knees, because we all know how I feel about knee problems. I don't like them. They freak me out. So staying with the breath as you go, being mindful as you do this, really feeling into your legs and like what you're doing with them. Oftentimes, I've said it before, I'll keep saying it, when we get injured, it's because we're not paying attention. So the more you're mindful in your practice, you'll be mindful in your day-to-day, and it's less likely that you'll whack your elbow on a door or whatever it is that happens when you get in a hurry. Speaking from personal experience, this happens to me so many times. It's very frustrating. Take one more squat. You can drop your arms, bring your feet back under your hips. Breathe in, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, drop down, forward fold. Half lift. Take your fold. Step or hop to high plank. Move back to your down dog.